Hello, and welcome to the Otaku Clubhouse. And this is Sink or Swim. What is Sink or Swim? Well, it's where we discuss anime, video games, movies, and just about whatever media catches our eye, then give our first impressions of them. From top to bottom, we give our ratings of a swim, a tread, a float, a drowning, and at worst, a sink. Comments are always welcome, and of course, we're waiting to hear what you have to say too. Let's get into it.
Okay. Let me pose a question to you people who are listening to this video. What is more important? Money or your friends?
Money.
Probably money. That's the reason we're doing this.
Well, seeing as how we're all broke and this video will not be monetized, I was gonna pick friends, but it seems that you two bums are just as bad as the niggas in the anime we just finished watching. Tomodachi Game. Yet another death battle. Or
Death battle. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Yet another death game featuring high school students in high stakes situations.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the title in English?
Fuck. Tomodachi is... What does that shit mean? Friends. Yes, friend game.
Did you really? Hang on, did you really?
Oh my god. I'm not a fucking weeb. I don't speak this bullshit, nigga. Anyway, since my fucking Tomodachis are fucking clowns, I want to hear what y'all had to say about this Steaming Palace shit.
Alright, so, aside from the fact that first impressions of this make it look like a fucking hentai, and I don't mean in the sense that they're walking around and there are these fucking high school girls who are built like a brick house. I mean, in the fact that, boy, does this anime look fucking cheap as shit. I was pleasantly surprised. At first, I was very, very against everything that was going on in this. The first thing that you see when you tune into this anime is the main character in fucking a cargo suit with money raining down around him, and if that's not the most fucking 2013 high schooler cool guy image I've ever seen in my life, for fuck's sake. And just the fact that everything, again, animation is low budget, but maybe it's a show that doesn't need high budget animation. Not every show needs to be animated like fucking Demon Slayer. Because I can definitely tell you, when you look at the CG character that's in this, the mascot character, your Monokuma, your, I forget what the girl's name from Mirai Nikki was, your really cute, innocent-looking character who's secretly really evil and kills people and blah 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 else, when you see that character in CG, you're going to think, wow, this looks terrible. Because it does. Yeah, this anime gives off a bad first impression. But by the end of it, my opinion changed a little. What about you, Gato?
Well, this anime, Tomodachi Game, is Squid Game meets Danganronpa meets Euphoria, minus the porn, minus the violence so far. And what you're left with is like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, it kind of threw us for a loop. As Akuma said, we were all expecting as we went in here judging a book by the cover. Not the literal cover, because we went back and we looked at the manga cover and it was like totally, completely different from what the anime previews have shown us of this. But it's not a death game, it's a debt game. Ha 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 ha. I'll see myself out.
Again, this is coming from a group who we haven't here read a single page of the manga. And I know some people really don't like that, but we're just giving this one a completely fresh look. And, you know, what do you expect of us? Like,
it's called Sink or Swim, guys.
Like, the first thing I thought of when I saw the title, first off, was Tomodachi Game, and my brain immediately went to Osama Game. For anyone who doesn't know Osama Game, that was probably the most rat shit, boring, ridiculous death game I've ever sat all the way through. It was bad. It was bad to the point that it was actually kind of fun, though. Kind of like Future Diary. Which, can we finally all admit that Future Diary was crap now? Can we stop pretending like it was anything other than garbage?
I don't think anybody except for people who
Why do you keep bringing up Mirai Nikki anytime we talk about any kind of death game? I noticed that. Like,
that was one of like the fucking...
It's not a death game, though. It's just a fucking edgy anime.
It was a death game.
How is it a death game?
It was literally a death game. They were literally given, like, conditions and sent on their cell phones, like, destroy this person's cell phone in the future, or some shit like that. Do you think
Gash Bell is a death game? Because if you do, then I'll agree with
you. Well, not technically.
Well, before we get sidetracked, I wanted to point out that the story from the first, like, couple minutes really tries to play up the, oh, these guys are such good high school friends angle, right? But as soon as, like, some adversity hits, everybody's fucking falling apart. It's ridiculous. And there's a really fucking melodramatic scene at the end that made me roll my fucking eyes like Sonic the Hedgehog. Stupid. They kept fucking panning back between the girl who they want to make you feel bad for because she's about to be fucking $18 million in debt.
In the first game, right, there's a possibility for 4 out of the 5 of them to be debt free, and then for them to dump them on this fucking little innocent girl with big titties, right? And our main character is having a fucking he's having a fucking schizo panic attack. It's like, why did they keep betraying? I thought we were friends. And then cut to this fucking back and forth reaction shot that Hawkaiser's talking about.
Yeah, and I mean, at least that was the best looking part of the anime.
Right.
Because they were just still frames.
Can we briefly talk about... No, hold on. I'm going to name the characters, and I'm gonna describe them with about as much time as the anime gave you to read their character descriptions. So the main character, Yuuichi, is then his friend, Tenji, is... And then the female friend, Shiho, is... And then we have the big, the blonde guy. His name is Makoto, and then finally we have Yutori, who was the girl we were talking. Anyways, that was the characters.
Well, like, that was awful. Like when we were watching this, Gato was like, oh, just watch it like you would fucking as a Japanese viewer, and good God, they were flashing that shit up, and I was trying to read it as fast as possible, and I only got through one sentence of each character's name. All I know about the one girl is she's nice and kind-hearted. That's it. And there was still like 2 more or 3 more sentences left.
It's worse for the Japanese viewer because it takes them longer to read Japanese than it would for us to read English. So
they clearly want you to immediately understand who these characters are and to understand the relationship between these characters, but you can't flash it on the screen like if it were in a manga. Also, what the heck was all that weird cutting? There would be instances in which it would just, like, they didn't feel like animating the characters walking from one scene. Yeah, so they just had them flash up the title of the anime, and then the characters walked into a room, so they didn't want to animate half of it.
That's because the shit was so boring. They had to remind you what the anime's fucking name was.
Tomodachi Game.
I do want to say, though, like, the reason that I'm saying that it seemed to have changed my opinion a little bit was the fact that I kind of, by the end, was getting interested in seeing where it was going. I have a little bit of reservations, mostly due to the fact that I'm sure it's going to end up being, the main character's actually just so much smarter than everybody. He's the smartest smarty in the whole smarting world. He knows all the plans and all the tricks. But I don't know, maybe they could do something different.
That impression. I'm a fan of show, don't tell, and I know a lot of people like to say that because they want to seem smarter than they actually are. But an example of, like, trying to tell us who these characters are is having these dumbass flash pop-ups of like paragraphs of text that there's no possible way you could read unless you paused it. But then you could just demonstrate what type these characters are, like having the big tall glasses guy go up to the Monokuma Nest thing, the mascot character, and being like, "Huh, you know this is illegal, right?" Yeah, just demonstrate their personalities that way. Don't try to tell us their fucking whole bio. And the one thing about the MC is that you wouldn't be able to tell just from the little pop-up, but it really seems like they really hammered this in, so you have to be kind of dumb not to get it by now. But his whole conflict is, do I actually value my friends, or do I value getting out of this fucking tight spot that I'm in? And we'll see if he carries that through and how that develops. And hopefully it's not just, I'm smarty, smart. He doesn't seem like he would be that type of character.
Either of you got anything else you want to add?
Not at all.
All right.
Hold on. Hawkaiser, weren't you saying you were saving something for the review? To be natural?
Don't peel back the curtain, bro.
Did you forget?
No, I didn't, bro. I said it.
What was it?
None of your damn business. I value money more than these bitch ass niggas. Roll the film, nigga.
Okay, what are you guys' opinions?
This shit is a fucking float, borderline sink, bro. It's a boring.
We have ratings in between, right?
No, we don't.
We've had them.
So I give this a tread.
2 seasons.
I give this a tread, which is the rating between swim and float. I want to see more of it, and I'm cautiously optimistic.
I'm cautiously. What would it be?
Pessimistic?
The reverse of cautiously optimistic.
You're recklessly pessimistic.
I'm recklessly pessimistic then. I'm going to give it a drowning. I don't know where it's going. I have very little hopes for it, but hey, if it ends up becoming something else and ends up being good, that's good. I'm not going to just immediately shit on it. I'll give it another chance. I'll see what happens in the next episode, because it sure as fuck ends on a very strong cliffhanger. Well, strong cliffhanger in the sense that we have to find out what the color of some girl's underwear.
Shit stain brown.
So remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video around. See you in the next one.